Have you ever wondered if a small act of kindness can truly change a life? I mean, really fundamentally alter the course of someone's entire existence? We often think that to make a difference, we need to do something grand, something loud, something that everyone can see. We think we need the right words, the perfect advice, or a sweeping heroic gesture. But what if I told you that sometimes the most profound impact we can have comes from the quietest moments, from the things we do without saying a single word? Today, I want to share a story with you. It's a simple story, but it carries a weight that I think will stay with you long after this video ends. It's a story about a boy, a girl, and a hug. Picture a school playground. It's a place that's supposed to be filled with laughter, games, and friendship. But for one young boy, it was a battlefield. Day after day, he was the target. The whispers followed him down the hallways. The shoves came when no teachers were looking, and the cruel words echoed in his head long after the school bell rang. He felt invisible and worthless, like a ghost haunting the edges of a world that didn't want him. One particularly bad afternoon, the weight of it all became too much to bear. He found a secluded spot behind the old oak tree at the edge of the schoolyard, a place where he thought no one would find him. He curled into a small ball, his shoulders shaking as silent tears streamed down his face. In that moment, he felt completely and utterly alone. The world was a loud, harsh place, and he just wanted it all to stop. He was drowning in a sea of his own despair, and it felt like no one could even see him struggling. But someone did see him. A girl from his class, someone who had never spoken to him before, noticed his absence from the usual chaos of the playground. She saw him huddled by the tree, a small, broken figure. She didn't know the details of his pain, she didn't know the names of his tormentors, and she didn't have a speech prepared. She didn't know what to say, so she said nothing. She walked over to him, her footsteps soft on the grass. She didn't call out his name or ask him what was wrong. She simply sat down beside him. The boy flinched, expecting another taunt, another cruel joke, but it never came. Instead, he felt a gentle presence next to him. For a few moments, they just sat there in silence. The only sounds were the distant shouts of other kids and the boy's own choked sobs. Then the girl did something extraordinary. She gently, quietly wrapped her arms around him. It wasn't a quick, awkward pat on the back. It was a real, warm, and steady hug. She held him as he cried, offering no words, no platitudes, just the solid, unwavering comfort of her presence. In that embrace, she communicated something that words never could. She said, "I see you. You are not alone. You matter." She held him until his sobs subsided into quiet shudders, and still she didn't let go. It was a silent conversation, a language of pure empathy. For the boy, that hug was a lifeline. It was a single, solitary anchor in the storm that was his life. It was a flicker of light in an overwhelming darkness. He didn't know her name, and she didn't know his, but in that moment they were the only two people in the universe. The world outside their small circle of shared silence faded away. Now let's fast forward. Years turned into a decade, then two. The boy grew into a man. He navigated the complexities of high school, went to college, and built a successful career. He got married, had a family of his own, and created a life filled with love and purpose. He became a man who was known for his kindness, his empathy, and his habit of always looking out for the person who seemed to be struggling on the sidelines. One day, at a high school reunion, he saw her, the girl from the playground. She had a kind smile he recognized instantly. He was nervous, his heart pounding in his chest, but he knew he had to talk to her. He walked over, took a deep breath, and introduced himself. He said, "You probably don't remember me, but a long time ago, on the playground, you did something that I've never forgotten." He recounted the story of that lonely afternoon behind the oak tree. He described the pain, the isolation, and the despair he had felt. And then, with tears welling in his eyes, he looked at her and confessed something she never could have imagined. He said, "I need you to know something. That day I was at my lowest point. I didn't think I could go on. I was thinking about ending everything. Your hug, that silent hug. It saved my life. It was the one thing that told me I might be worth something, that there was still good in the world. It was the reason I decided to keep going." "You saved me." The woman was speechless. Tears filled her eyes as she listened. She remembered that day, but she had never known the depth of his pain or the impact of her simple gesture. She had just seen someone who was hurting and had done the only thing that felt right. She had acted from a place of pure, unthinking compassion. She had no idea that this small, quiet moment had echoed through the years and literally saved a life. This story, it hits me every time. It's a powerful reminder that we never truly know the battles other people are fighting. We see the surface, the smiles, the daily routines, but underneath, there can be silent struggles, hidden pain, and quiet desperation. We have this incredible power, each and every one of us, to be a light in someone else's darkness. And often it doesn't require us to have all the answers. In fact, sometimes trying to find the right words can be paralyzing. We're so afraid of saying the wrong thing that we end up saying nothing at all. We see someone crying and we think, what can I possibly say to make it better? But this story teaches us that maybe the most powerful thing we can do is to stop trying to fix the problem and instead just share the moment. To be present. To offer a hand on the shoulder, a listening ear, or a silent, comforting hug. It's about communicating empathy on a primal level. It's about showing another human being that their pain is seen and acknowledged without judgment. That quiet gesture, that silent hug, it cuts through the noise and speaks directly to the heart. It says, you are not invisible, your pain is real. And for this moment, I am here with you, and you are not alone. Think about the times in your own life when you felt lost or overwhelmed. Was it a grand speech that pulled you through? Or was it a friend who just sat with you in silence, a parent who held your hand, or a partner who just held you while you cried? More often than not, it's these quiet acts of solidarity that give us the strength to face another day. This is a call to all of us. Let's start looking for the people on the sidelines. The quiet classmate, the withdrawn coworker, the friend who has gone silent. We don't need to have a solution for their problems. We just need to have the courage to sit with them in their silence. To offer a gesture of kindness without needing anything in return. Your simple act of showing up could be the turning point for someone. It could be their reason to keep going. That silent hug wasn't just a hug, it was a powerful message of hope. It was a demonstration of human connection at its most pure. And it proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that sometimes the quietest, smallest gestures are the ones that speak the loudest and change the world, one life at a time. If you or someone you know is struggling, please remember that you are not alone and help is available. Reaching out is a sign of strength. You can connect with people who can support you by calling or texting 988 in the US and Canada, or by calling 111 in the UK. These services are free, confidential, and available 24/7. Your life matters. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this story with you. If it resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that I hope brings a little more light into the world. Take care of yourselves and each other.